inherently the British and Irish Lions are the best of Britain and the best of Ireland. There's 14.5 million fans back at home who wanted to hear about the Lions and what they were doing. So we wanted to make sure that we use the Microsoft technology to bring the fans closer to the tour itself.
From day one, when we thought about how best to build the app for the British and Irish Lions, the feedback from Sequence was, you don't want to make this application just a Me Too app. You don't want to be what the TV is doing. So how could we build the application in such a way that you could, accompany what's on the TV, and you almost be part of the experience of the tour?
It's full of exclusive content the Lions have been able to provide that takes the user a little bit behind the scenes of the Lions tour. There's some content in there that's quite raw and a little bit less glossy than you'd see on TV, but it really gives the fans an insight into what it's like for the team between matches, when they're training, when they're travelling around. I think that's great. The app's actually opened that world up to the fans a little bit more.
The second screen experience is absolutely key, and I think in many ways it's revolutionised, I think, how people will use technology alongside sporting events. I'm not aware of many other applications being able to do that alongside a sporting event at this time. So I think it's set a bar for sports fans, but also technology companies and sports teams to think about how they bring their experience of touring alive for those fans that are back home.
We wanted to make sure that the second screen experience felt like an app in its own right. We didn't want it to be something that was just a part of the larger app. We wanted to feel like once the game had kicked off, then suddenly you've got access to all these extra elements.
When you're not at the pitch or not at a match or watching a match, you can use the app to get the latest up-to-date information. It brings you closer to the action because you can look at photos, videos, articles. It also allows you to see the history of it. When you're in the actual stadium and you've got it on your phone, if you want to look up a player, you want to look up a stat, you want to get some more information, you can do that as well. So the app is a great complement both during matches as well as outside the match and in between matches.
One of the challenges that we really faced was writing one application, one set of logic that gave an experience on each platform, which is what the users would expect for that platform. So on Windows 8 it's grids and tiles, on Windows Phone it's pivot controls and lists, and we needed one application that was going to be able to deliver the content in a different way. That was a real challenge, but one we really enjoyed overcoming.
When we first kicked off this project, we had an internal meeting with ourselves at Sequence, and then we discussed it with the Lions. We quickly realised that the main things that the Lions were all about was passion, pride, heritage. With this, I created big images that were moody, gritty, to represent the sport of rugby and the heritage and the passion of the Lions.
As well as actually developing the apps, we developed a platform for content delivery to the apps. The Lions are able to manage the content within the apps without requiring updates being published through the app stores. But as well as the actual content that's available for the users to use, it actually controls the structure of the applications. So they're able to add new pages, new sections to the app without any device level updates at all.
So Windows Azure as a technology platform is absolutely at the heart of the solution we built for the British and Irish Lions. It means that the Lions can publish their content once, put it into the system that Sequence have built, and then seamlessly have that information powered out across all the devices.
It allows us to not only support the apps that we build on the Windows platform, but it also allows for the app that need to be run on an iOS platform or Android platform. Azure provides that cloud backend and that scale that one allows the platform and the application to scale to as many users as needed dynamically, and also supports other platforms in a consistent way so we can deliver a great experience, not just on the Windows platform, which of course we love, but on other platforms that end users might use as well.
From a technology point of view, what's been great as well is the fact that Sequence have built this on Azure means that they can potentially reuse this technology for other customers and partners moving forward. And it also removes one of the barriers that we get from time to time, which says, well, if we've got an app or an iOS app developed, how hard is it to build a Windows Phone one? Well, the solution that Sequence have built allows us to just literally click a switch and that content can be pushed straight out into Microsoft devices as well.
We had a really positive experience working with Microsoft. It's been great to be able to be involved in such a high profile and such a well-managed project. We've really enjoyed it. The Azure team have been offering their help in deploying our Azure services. It's been a real privilege for us to be involved with the British, Irish and Lions app.